And what is going on, guys? Welcome to another FTG live episode number 10 on Lossberg. I've been a little bit under the weather past couple of days. I have not, I ain't felt the greatest past couple of days, so this is good to see all you guys. So let me just welcome a few people here. So welcome Scott, Boomstick40. Glad to see you guys. Boomstick, you must be new, so welcome to the stream. Scott, good to see you, buddy, and Benson as well. We got Husky in here. Ryan, thank you, Ryan. And I think, did I see on Facebook? I believe, Mr. Ryan, today is your birthday. If it is, happy birthday. Jonathan, I am doing great today, man. Good to see you, Braden. How are you, Braden? What is going on, buddy? I think I said Jonathan and Brad M73. What's going on, man? I am good. A little better than I was past couple days. Just been fighting off the little bit of this and a little bit of that the past couple of days. So appreciate you bearing with me. I saw that Sandy Bay came out. I've got on the chance to look at it and just kind of get my bearings on it, but yeah, I kind of missed the boat on all the first look stuff. So I figured I was going to start with an episode, but I kind of got into the map and realized I was going to need to do a lot more to it. And honestly, out of the past 2 weeks, the Lossberg map has been my highest rated map in terms of, and that was actually one of the top two. It's, funny, Coldborough Park from the, I think I've still got it actually. I'm not sure. Let me see. I believe I might have still that little dot up there with the eye that you can vote on what map you like to see live streamed. Lossberg and Coldborough basically came in on 1-2. Which I was kind of surprised with. So I figured, well, since I don't have Sandy Bay quite in actual working order, I am not going to start that map off from the start. I'm just going to tell you, I've built too many maps up to have to keep continually going back and doing it again. Probably for that map to get a fix. I've already found a lot of things in it already that's aggravating that I can't believe they let slide. But with that being said, we'll just go ahead and we'll just continue on with Lossberg. So, hey, what's up, Jules? Who else we got in here? Yep, you're the only last one there. Good to see you guys. So anyway, I've just kind of found some things there. So I figured, well, I'll just come back over to Lossberg. So, and actually, I don't usually do this, but right now is literally the first time I've set foot in the sim for the past day and a half, 2 days. I've just been covered up with a bunch of real life stuff. So I'm actually going to orient myself and figure out what the heck I've got, what I've got to do. Hey, what's up, Wealthy? Chat box is off. Oh, it sure is. I'm sorry. My bad, guys. I've got a few things. I'm going to try this. I got a sub box down, and actually the game show is updated with some things, so when new people subscribe, it should flash it across and play this cool sound. We're going to see if any of that works. Testing it out. I have no idea. Yeah, so we'll see if we can figure out what I got to do. Wouldn't mind getting into a few other things on this map. I actually think I may do. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so we got some silage bales to pick up. Scott, that's quite okay, bud. You're not bugging me, man. I always, if I can answer back immediately, I always do. And then if I can't, sometimes I'll forget, and just things come up. But it's quite okay, man. I will certainly let people know when they're bugging me. I don't have a problem doing that. It's nice to kind of keep in the loop of what's going on, especially when you just got a bunch of other stuff going on. So, yeah, what's going on, Brad? And the only other thing really I had besides a couple of crops here, I had the animals going. So I got 2 fields down here. We'll just double check and see what. Okay, so that is growing. Alright, so that's grown in, and the grass is grown in, although I may go to that other field. We'll get those silage bales off, get them put over here. And I'll probably have to move the ones out of the crapper over here. I don't know where I'm gonna put them. Yeah, we're gonna have to get them out of there. Psst. I don't know where Chuck's at. I assume he's at work. I think he would be work somewhere to this time. So yeah, I'm not sure where he's at. Alright, let's see here. I guess I'll just go ahead and go back to the farm. We'll go pick up that alder stack and get them taken care of. I tell you, the more I think people, the more I get into Lossberg, the more I enjoy it. I gotta say, and this is, I want everyone to understand too. This comes with a grain of salt as well, but it also comes with this being me being a console player versus what a lot of these maps were predominantly designed with something in mind. And Sandy Bay is an awesome map. It's just not very suitable for a console player if you're a guy that likes to do management of the farm instead of literally riding around for 2.5, 3 hours harvesting. So if you've got all the course play and you've got all the GPS and you've got all the stuff that can lay out the course at which you're going to harvest the field and it will do it, yeah, it's good. But it's not. It's hard on console. I'm not gonna lie. Those fields are absolutely humongous. Absolutely humongous. It's a great map. It's a beautiful map. He's really done a fine job with it. It's I can just tell it's very much got the PC in mind, and that's okay. That's okay. Now, the thing about it's still workable. It's still being released for consoles. So at the end of the day, that's still really all that matters. But yes, I found it. I found it very hard. All right, no problem, Braden. Good to see you, bud. Thanks for stopping by, man. All right. I kind of wanted to. I think I'm still waiting. Yeah, I still got to get. Yeah, I still got to get silage bales up here. But and I do get some of this stuff up here. I would like to get sheep going, and then I guess I don't know. I don't know if I'll do pigs on this map. I may just keep it to that, and then go to some different areas of the map. I don't know what you what you mean? What am I doing? What's it look like I'm doing? Hey, what's going on, Oscar? Scott, yes, I do remember that little bucket mod. I've got it in here, although I haven't bought it and put it on this map yet. Sorry. Ah. Oh, you seriously? Come on, come on, come on, come on. I got this. I got it. Nope. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Brad. Yep, that's it, Husky. Picking up Pez, man. They spilled the Pez all over the floor. I actually like this little Artisan August auto stack. This little thing's perfect for these type of applications. You know, you don't want to sit there and have this thing if you've got like 200 of these in the field, but it certainly works good with, you know, 15, 20. I wish I had a little bit more give. You pretty much got to hit them straight on, and you got to get them perfect. But you know, no. The only thing I can think of. Let me see here. All right, there you go. So there's the telly, and it should be one in front loaders, right? Yeah, there you go. So you just have to buy them in each one. So it does come one in the other. Uh, do those spells come in floor print? No. I don't even exactly know why I put pink on them. I actually like the black ones. Oh, crap. How many mods am I using? Well, I'm using the DLC if you count that as a mod. I would say I'm maybe using 10 or 15 maybe, and some of those they're in there, but I'm not actually using them. I mean, I've kind of got my standards that I kind of keep with everything, but then there's quite a few mods that I don't use at all. And some of that's because I don't like them, and some of it's just because we've already pretty much got some of that stuff in the game. So I'm not going to continue to keep up my mod space, or at least keep that, you know, I'm not going to keep clogging it up with stuff if we already have it in game. Oh, that's right. Ryan's right. Yeah, 21 likes, that's why. I got 21 likes on the last video, so I had to put pink bells out here. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I know, man. I know. Y'all quit busting my bells, man. I don't even know why. It was cancer awareness or something, and I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. We get the 21 likes, and sure, why not? Well, of course it looks better to you, Jules. Did you? I should make a lot of bells on that one. Must have not double cut it. Oh man, come on. It's the only thing. This thing is very picky. I wish they used the same logic with this thing that they did with the. I might have to swing it around, pick it up again. They're salmon. I like that. These are salmon-colored bells. They're not pink. Salmon. I'll be kind of glad when the Black Sheep modding mod comes out. It's going to hook to the back of the baler, so it's automatically going to do this crap from the baler, which is going to be awesome. So you'll come straight out of the baler, square baler, and then it'll go straight into a unit that kind of looks like this, and it'll stack them 4 high instead of 3. Yay! There we go. Tell I've been off my game for a couple days. Man, picks my color. When am I on PC? Maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a week. I don't know. I'm still like trying to. I'm back and forth on a few different PCs. One's probably a little more than I need, but it's the investment. And the other one's probably exactly in my wheelhouse, but I'm afraid it's not going to last as long as I want it to, or as long as it should. So I'm still making a decision on that. And I'll still be, I'll still be back and forth on PC. I mean, on a console as well, because I accidentally renewed my PSN contract with PlayStation. So, yeah, I'll be around for another year. All right, sounds good, Jonathan. Glad you stopped in for a little bit. Good to see you, man. No, I'm not building it, Benson. I'm actually getting it pre-built, but it's one of those deals where it's fully customized. It's also fully tested and fully vetted with the stuff. Comes with complete warranties on things. I don't know enough about PC to build it myself, I mean, I know the general rules and capabilities of the equipment, but that's knowing that and then actually knowing how to build it and properly test it and properly stress test it and all these other good things to know that you're actually got something that's not going to blow up in the first week. Yeah. Let's see which one I want to use. Yeah, I'll use this one. Actually, yes, it'll be fine. Best Buy. Aiden, I'm with you, bro. If you're a console player, it's tough. If you're PC, then it's probably okay. You're probably used to that kind of a setup with the map. Yeah, it's different. I mean, it's very Chillington-esque, if that's the right pronunciation of that. But I mean, it's to be expected. It's the same developer, and it's using a lot of the same textures, and there's definitely good points about it. And honestly, I just haven't been in the map long enough to really give like a full one over on it. I mean, I wanted to just for the channel anyway, but yeah, I was kind of in that boat with you, but I haven't really had enough time to fully give it a one over, so I'll wait till I pass judgment on anything until I get some time to really dive into it and see what's going on. A chat kidder, well, begging in chat is not going to get you to be a chat moderator. I usually don't have any problems with people in chat, so there's no need for me to have a ton of guys in blue wrenches and stuff running around here. So, I mean, begging just to be. There's plenty of guys in here. I would appoint chat modder before you, and that's not a personal attack. That's just because they've been here since like day one. So I mean, it has nothing to do with you wanting to do it. I just don't need it. And that's I promise you, that's not me trying to be a smart butt or anything. It's just I mean, I think I've got two. That's it. Most everybody's pretty cool in here. We have a problem every now and again, but that's okay, man. Yeah, yes, Scott. You don't have to joke about that. You can do it. Scott's he's been one of the first, and Ryan's been there for a while. It's cool. It's like its own little community away from the community of people on Xbox or PlayStation. It's kind of cool. Yeah, Scott's gonna become our relative, our information chief officer for FTG. If you want to know something, man, Scott will go to the depths of the internet to find you out an answer. What's going on, James? Good to see you, bud. All right, let's see. Let's throw some pink Pez up in the dispenser. All right, Oscar. Good to see you, man. Glad you stopped in, man. Don't think we're marshmallows. Yeah, I got roped into one of the last streams, getting in, putting pink wrap on the silage bales. So yeah, we'll use these off, and then we'll go back to black. Uh oh, just about made a mess there. All right, let's throw a strap over there. There we go. Now I feel better. Oh, the box in the bottom right corner, if it's showing, actually, okay, I see where it's showing over that. That's actually my new subscriber list. So I think what this thing is going to do, I'm hoping. So I think I've got 2 other guys. Did it make a sound for you guys? Like, did it flash across someone subbed? If it did, that's cool if it did. But if it didn't, then that's fine. I see Brandon Bryant. It didn't play. It didn't flash anything. Okay, so Game Show just they just got their Twitch Labs. They get Stream Labs, which if you're a Twitch gamer, you pretty much know what Twitch Labs is. I work with a lot of these software and OBS and some of those other popular stream softwares, and they updated finally for YouTube, so we actually get to do the whole, such and such subscribed, and you can put it in flashing lights and do whatever the heck you want to do with it. So I'm just testing out the framework here. So I guess Oscar was my last sub, so we've had 2 subs since Oscar, I guess. So that's a running list of the new subscribers, I guess, and then it's supposed to have a little thing that comes across that lets you know that somebody subscribed. So if it didn't do that and didn't play a sound, then I might not have something set up. There's no real great way to like test that in real time besides just do it in a stream and see if it works. So I figured it was worth a shot throwing it up there and see. But yeah, that's just a running subscriber list, and it's supposed to update in real time with YouTube. It's supposed to be synced up with it. So YouTube's a little funky though. I mean, they kind of give you that. Twitch is instantaneous, but YouTube takes a little while. You have to be a subscriber for a while before it actually registers. I don't think it's instantaneous. I guess that way, in case you want to pull your sub back, you can, and nobody really knows the difference. Because sometimes on my dashboard I might have, I don't know, I mean, I might have 12, 10, I might have 8, 9, 10 subs extra on my dashboard than I actually do on the page, and that's just because it's waiting for it to, pass the time, and then it'll put them in as actual subs. So it's kind of aggravating the way YouTube does it. Eventually I'll probably start sharing some of that back on Twitch, because I think Twitch has just got a little bit better framework for live streams. So Nine. Yeah, it's pretty good, Aiden. I caught you a couple of words in there. Yes, I do, James. I have Sandy Bay map, although I have not really been able to spend enough time with it to do a proper kind of first look episode / whatever. I've been pretty covered up the past couple days, and it's kind of been aggravating, but I've gotten a chance to get out and drive around on it, and that's pretty much it. I was starting to pull in some equipment, cutting grass, and starting to run some silage for cows, and just getting getting animals up and going. I like the look of the farm. I like the split farms and the animals and the way they got that nice road that separates them. There's definitely some cool stuff there. You see, I've been subbed to FTG for a couple months. YouTube unfried sub me. Okay. It did flash for Brandon a while ago. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's what I was asking. Yeah, thanks, Paul. I would say somebody could unsubscribe and then subscribe and then see if it worked. Be the ultimate cheese, but yeah, we'll at least find out one way or the other. All right, I actually think I wouldn't normally do this. There's no real good place to put this besides over here. I think I'm gonna put those silage bales on this side, and then I'm gonna go get these grass bales and move them out. It's good to get new toolboxes. Good manless stuff. I am man. I need toolbox. That's what I say. Not really. I don't really say that. Alright, let's see if this hoss can pick up 4 over the cow poo.
Don't get no cow poo on my tires.
Oof. Ditto means, well, in that context, means he agrees. Ditto means that's his thoughts exactly. Easy, easy. So I'm going to put these grass ones at the back, because what I can do is bring that little wrapper over here, and I can wrap these square bales. So I'm just going to throw them all the way at the end, so I can pick them off one by one, and then I'll add them to the stack. I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh, easy. That was close. Nice, dude. Yeah, this is kind of stuff I actually like doing. Because it's really cool and it works out. Now another thing too, just a little secret if you're worried about your trigger finger being a little too quick, you can always set your cruise control. That's something else that I always tend to forget, but especially if you set it around 2 or 3, it's actually like perfect to do light moving around of the bales, and you can even bump it up to 4 is pretty good, but yeah. And then you get this issue where the bales are moving across from one another, which is, I don't really know if I can fix that. It says hurry up and put them down. Well, what's your problem, Scott? You didn't know what it meant. Okay. Die. And good enough. Doesn't matter. I'm going to pull those off and I'm going to wrap them anyway. So that does not matter. Alright, let's go ahead and get these out of the way. Yeah, Benson, there's a couple of places, now you can customize any of those build sites. You know, there's Newegg has got a lot of generic custom built PCs. The easiest thing is to Google something like custom built PCs or custom PC builders. Digital Storm's one. They're a little more on the higher end line. They don't really have a lot of cheap stuff. They do have some, but not a lot. Oh shoot, I went the wrong way. But then they've got that's pretty much how I started looking for mine. Was just kind of get in there and look for custom PC builders. Look at the kind of equipment there is. Look at the brands of the equipment. Look and see if they're offering a lot of frills and a lot of. Dadgummit, I went the wrong way. See if they're offering a lot of those, lights inside the cases and a bunch of fancy stuff you don't actually doesn't go towards, performance. Those are always good things to pay attention to. Other than that, it pretty much comes down. There's pretty much a simple subset of equipment that you really just kind of have to have, and outside of that, it becomes who you feel like is going to do the best job. Who's got warranties with it, who's got some customization options, and who's got tech support. Those are always good things. Something goes wrong, you want to be able to have someone to call and not just a box store randomly that you bought it somewhere out of. And unless that's how you decide to go, then you order it through the store, and that way you can get all your warranty info from them. I hope that helps. Ooh, cows are making a mess in there. Need to get me a Juno or need to get me a brush, one of the two. Okie dokie. Let's see here. I guess I'll just pull straight across here. It's kind of funny, like the N series. It's just a funny observation I made. But the N series like doesn't have any of the mirror outside, like the covering, the plastic encasing, the shelling. It doesn't have any of that on there. It's just like the glass itself. The glass is just hanging there. I'm like, yeah, it probably doesn't happen in real life tractors. Yeah, no problem, Benson. I mean, I was kind of overwhelmed because I haven't had a PC since 2005. I bought my first Apple iMac in 2006, and I never looked back. But I wasn't gaming either. So, if you're going to game, it's kind of, you got to do your research on it a little bit. But you got a good PC. I mean, you can do Apple and Mac, but it's going to cost a fortune, and you're not ever going to be able to upgrade. That's kind of what I did. Looking through this stuff, I was like, yeah, I want to upgrade. I want to buy something that's going to give me the eligibility to upgrade in the future as games get better. Because I mean, you know how fast things run in that in that realm of gaming, and it's expensive. PC gaming is not cheap if you're going to run great graphics. It is not cheap. I mean, honestly, minus the mods, I mean, Farm Sim's basically the same exact game on console for like, I don't know, 6% of the price. Well, it just depends. Benson, I mean, go and actually find one in the store may not be the best thing, but ordering it from the store isn't necessarily it's not going to make or break you. I mean, you got to just find a budget You find out how much you want to spend on it, how much you can spend on it, and then just try to find the place where you can get the stuff that you want at the price you want, while still being able to get things like warranty and that kind of thing. You just want to try to get as much as you possibly can for that budget. I mean, that's the only thing I can really tell you to to kind of strive for. Get that budget in order, and even find a place that will allow you to do financing too. Some places, if you qualify, will let you do like 0% APR, which is basically you pay to the principal for 12 months, and then you pay it off at the end of that 12 months, which is not a bad deal. And it kind of keeps you from thinking about that big main purchase, of how many ever thousands or hundreds of dollars, whatever you wind up spending on it. It does break it up over the year and makes it a little bit less tough to swallow. Because I'm honest with you, if I wasn't moving into X-Plane Flight Simulator, if I wasn't going to be doing some live stream with that, I would have a hard time dropping a couple grand to go play Farm Sim on a PC. I gotta be honest with you. That's a tough pill to swallow, and it leaves a nasty aftertaste. And everything I'm saying. Because me and Ryan are speaking literally from, like, I don't know how long we've been looking at Ryan, for like a month and a half. Ryan's a little more seasoned at it than I am, but I've been looking for it feels like a month and a half, trying to find exactly what I want for the price I want to pay for it. Yeah, man, it's like a PC buying, man. It's like an art. It's like going out and picking out a car and being able to deal with a salesman and get it for that price. It's an art to that. Alright, finally got some silage bales up here. Whoop, whoop. Alright, let's see what we got in here with the moo cows. Let's see what they doing. Alright, now, so I'm definitely going to need to mix up some silage and hay. Water, straw, and grass are good, and it's obviously really dirty. I don't know if the Juno works in here or not. Alright, let's make up some more food. Yep. And who knows, man, I'll probably be doing it tomorrow. Man, I just went and reconfigured that other computer, man. I just had to do it. I got this motherboard instead of that motherboard. Alright. Let's make some food. I've yet to get the other ones to work. I don't know why, but the other blue one and the green one, feeding wagons that we have, I can't get either one of them to actually pull in the actual TMR ration. I'm not sure. Anytime you put the 3 bales in there, it gives you way too much straw that you need, which is frustrating. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong there, but it's aggravating to say the least. I think we get it, Aiden. Look at that. That thing works without even being hooked up. Special. Alright, so I put these things in the other day. Not a terrible decision, but not a great one. They work, but I gotta find somewhere else to put these suckers. I guess it might be okay if you had a telly back here, which actually I was wanting to buy, but I'm gonna get a little bit more cash before I do that. This tractor's turning radius is not too bad. It's probably one of the better ones of that midline. That midline tractor price. Need to go make some of those too. One thing I'm finding out about this that I probably always missed, and I guess unless you're doing, I guess my thing is on console, you know, there's the way I guess the way I've always kind of somewhat figured out that I was playing was, when it comes to putting some of this stuff in there, and being able to utilize these, you know, these feeding wagons and stuff for using cows, especially on the bigger maps. The thing that I've always found out is that I get frustrated when I have a lot of cows and I have to do this like 6 or 7, 8 times. And I know some of that, you know, you've got some more options. And I know we got the new mod that's a little bit better. So at least we got that. But I've found in Lossberg it's been inherently a lot better to be able to utilize you know, a decent amount of cows and a decent amount of sheep. Of course, I haven't got any sheep yet, but I'm fixing to. Being able to utilize those with these smaller fields, because it constantly keeps you making bales. Constantly, you know, you constantly keep using them, but you don't have a stockpile of like, you know, 100 bales sitting over here, and you never have to like really theoretically make another bale. Let's see. I wish they would tell you where it is. Let's see what I'm at. I am. Get to that. Turn it on, mix it up, and okay. So we're on the mix side to the left. Go watch our numbers go up. Yeah, because I got 20. Hey, what's up, Justin? Manure for extra color and flavor. Well, I'll put a big old turd on your peanut butter and jelly sandwich tomorrow and see how you like it. This is for color and flavor. We've actually had that happen. Well, not we, as in me personally, but where I grew up, it's kind of a we'll just call them the eclectic Southern people, and we had this one time with this guy. Now his dad owned a farm. They farmed the land, and they did corn, just standard stuff. You know, had cows, raised cows, slaughtered cows for meat and whatnot. And he went to my high school. So this chick completely ticked him off in high school. So he went home and grabbed their small slurry spreader for their field and went and filled it up, and then went to her house. We went late one night. Went to her house and completely drenched the whole front steps, the driveway, everything. Like halfway up the garage door was covered in cow slurry. It was the nastiest thing I think I've ever seen in my life. Of course, she knew he did it, so I think she was about to file some charges on him, but luckily they didn't bring me in on that. Yeah, Benson, I think that's, which one were you using? Were you using the red one? Because if you were, then I got a feeling I know why. Um, if you were using the green one or the new one from it's either BM or Black Sheep, I can't remember. It's the one that does the round bells. Nah, a mod. Okay, so so here's the thing. I don't. Let me see if I've got one of those on here. I don't know that I do. Okay, good. I do. All right. So you see down here that it says 12,000. Um, there's one problem with the mods in this map, and I'm not sure if they're planning on fixing them. But if you'll notice here, the totals mixed ration is 60% base and 40% power. So when you put one bale each, what it does is it gives you 4,000 apiece. So this mod doesn't really work the way it's supposed to, because this really needs to be like 16,000 like the other one, because that gives you the 60-40 split. This one, the RBA here, like this one and the green one, are both 12,000, so they both do the same thing. When you put the straw bale in there, it gives you too much straw but keeps the other ones good. So what it does is when you spit it out, it separates it. So the only thing that I can think of is that you're supposed to do it with a shovel and continually keep going back and checking to see when you've got the right mixture. I don't know how in the world you're supposed to do that, because the only thing I could think of is like these front loaders are almost 2,000. So you would have to find something that was, well, see, that's 2,500. That might would work. It might would. I couldn't guarantee you, but I've yet to figure out exactly how to do that. It was the green one. Yep. All right, guys. Just a little hacking. Okay, so I forgot what bells we done here. Let's see. So we need. Okay. Yeah. Pretty much. At least right now, I've yet to get it working. The other thing is to make sure that you're using dried grass in the mix. You probably are, but just throw it out there for anybody else that doesn't mess with cows a lot. The last update, did us in with that, so now we actually have to dry grass and make that for cows. And then I think these grass bales or the other bales can be good for the sheep, either one. Yep, dried. Yep. Yeah, tedder. So, dried grass is known as hay. So, what you would do is you'd cut it, you would tedder it, windrow it, and bale it. Tethering, what it does is it churns all the grass up, and all it does is allow it to dry faster. But in the game, they simulate that by running an extra tool over it. Gives you an immediate product. So you can't use, like, if you just cut grass and then bale it like those grass bales on the other side of it, the dark green ones, they won't work in your TMR. It'll separate them. Yeah, no, that's fine, man. I say dried grass sometimes because people don't know the difference between hay and straw. They just assume that hay is, what you feed, cows and, with cows and horses, and, don't realize that there's two different kinds. All right. This should fill me all the way up. 20 cows on this map is absolutely perfect if you don't want to go like crazy. Yeah. About a little less than 2 feedings. Throw this back in there. I did too, just to check it out, and I just wasn't that impressed with it. Just when I got to it, I was like, I just wasn't excited, honestly, and I think part of that was I just wasn't excited because I've built up so many maps. It's almost kind of getting aggravating doing it. Some of it's you got to do it if I'm gonna be a YouTuber and put stuff out there on the channel and keep updated stuff on there. Not every bit of it's gonna be stuff that I want. So what am I looking for here? Oh yeah, I know what I'm looking for. Sorry, brain fart. Water, straw, and grass. Okay. Nice, Wealthy. Very cool. I see now. Is the 1050? Is that the 6 gig? I assume that's what you're talking about. Your graphics card. Of course, you said TI, so TI might be the bigger one. I'm not all up on my PC gear acronyms there. So sorry about that. Okay, 1050's the 4. Okay, I got you. Yeah, feeling like a new computer. Okay, the 1060. Well, I guess that would make sense because they run with the third number there. Her. Come on, you gonna let me push this in there? Are you serious? Come on. There it goes. All right, so grass is up, and I'll just leave straw. It's okay. Water's good, so let's clean all this mess up. Well, oh, that was that one. Well, there it goes. Oh, you downloaded the server computer? That's crazy. Alright, let's see. What have I got? Alright, let's just do this. I am just going to go grab the brush. We'll just fast travel it down to the farm. So I'm curious, just guys that are in chat, guys that are maybe watching, feel free to pipe in as well. I don't have this as a. I meant to put this up as a card because I kind of wanted to just get an idea of what people were thinking. But I am kind of interested to see what the overall, not synopsis, but I guess the overall general thought on Sandy Bay is. Was it everything you anticipated it was going to be? Was it, you know, was it just not good? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Just curious. So feel free, if you haven't done anything in chat, feel free to throw something in there. Nobody will bite around here. I'm eventually going to put that up in one of my little survey cards, but I had forgotten to on this one. Yeah, oh, I was about to say, I forgot what the heck I came down here to do. Alright, miscellaneous, and we'll buy one of these. And let's move it down to the store. Don't have it. You did download it? What's going on, hero? Hey, thank you there, Lewis. Bevo17 or Bevo, maybe. Anyway, thank you, Lewis, our new sub. I didn't catch my little thing. You had if it brought up there, you know that Lewis subscribed. I was gonna put something cool in there, like you know, it'd say something like Lewis just became really cool, or you know, something cheesy, stupid. Never made it that far. I just want to see if the dead thing will work. The stream stuff, man, it can get complicated. You can really go really deep down the rabbit hole. I could put so much stuff on the screen you wouldn't be able to see the game. Like Sandy Bay, yeah, it does need a little work. It always do. I don't know why we can't test this stuff like effectively. And unfortunately, some of it winds up being on console. And unfortunately, the only people that can test on console are Giants because they won't release it to. Let's just say Oxygen David really wanted me to be able to test on console, and then do it as a promotional for me as well as him on console. Push his product and get console guys behind him. Let's just say we were able to strike this glorious partnership. Giants wouldn't let us do it. So nobody outside of just Landy Kid and whoever else he had testing for Sandy Bay was the only ones testing for it and testing to see how things work. I mean, it took me like 5 minutes in that map to realize that the whole underside of the map has traffic running under it. So it's like 2 layers of traffic and roads underneath the map. So I was like, okay, so who let this slide? Thank you, Scott. Scott's the man. He's always on top of it. And let's see if it's fixed it. Alright, let me try her again here. Alright, we give it a couple minutes here. See if it will update in. I'll let you know when I get that chat refresh up here. Until then, I'll read some of the other comments that come out. Hidro just asked me if I liked logging. I love logging. I just don't like it at the moment. Most of everybody in here just about stabbed that cow. Most people in here have kind of figured out my love-hate relationship with logging. It was great in 15, and they really didn't do it much justice coming into 17. But with that being said, I do love it. I just don't like to do it. Not on here. It's too many bugs, too aggravating. Old stream, B2, and others. I hear you. There's still some good maps. That's the thing. I mean, we've actually gotten some really good ones. And Sandy Bay is certainly not the only one out there that's good. I mean, heck, there for a while I could have stopped with Chillington. I was really enjoying Chillington. Some people didn't like it, but I liked it. But Sandy Bay is very Chillington-esque. So it's pretty much I won't say it's not the same map, but it's got a lot of the same ideas in it. Alright, what's going on with my chat here? Let's see. Stand by for just a second or two here. Let me see if I can update. I think part of this update's real time from YouTube, and I think it gets not really hung up, but I think it gives me some issues here because it's having to grab it from 2 different places. So if not, I may just delete some of this stuff out and get it off the screen, and then we'll see what happens. Alright, yeah, let's see. We'll take some of this stuff here. We'll delete some of this off. Alright, let's see if I can do it now. Yeah, I know the chat hasn't loaded. This is so freaking typical. There's not really easy way to like, because well, shoot. Really? Alright, let's see. Well, I do know this. It is updating on mobile and iPad because I do have my iPad up, and chat will update on there. So if you have to, you can check chat on that one. I'm not exactly sure why it's not updating. Because play right now, but you just don't really. I got you. Yeah, I got you, Wealthy. Alright, let's see. I'll put this off to the side, and I guess we'll go ahead and pull. And grab this guy. This is my favorite harvester right here. What's up, James? I know the chat hasn't refreshed. That's what you're fixing to fixing to test out. I don't know why this thing every hour needs a refresh, and there's no setting for me to actually change that. I gotta say it's probably one of the more aggravating things that I deal with. What price on cows? You mean how much cows are? I think cows are $4 grand a pop. I think something like that. $5,000. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was in that. I knew it was in that neighborhood. Yeah, it's Ron saying 5,000 price on the cows. This is a perfect field. I'll get about 7 or 8, maybe. We'll get 7 or 8 bales out of this, maybe 9 or 10, possibly. So it gets pretty cool. Alright, yeah, this doesn't look like chat is actually, I don't know why it's not. Let me, can try to reload another one on here. Let me see if I can get this to, okay, so while I'm doing this, I'll answer your questions as you're coming through. Yeah, Scott says, think another week with rubbish mods. Yeah, we haven't really had anything good so far. I've really been disappointed with mods. I mean, I know they can only do, they can only do so much. I mean, I get it. It's just, it's like, really? Can we not do a little bit better there? So that's a shame. I mean, I really think they're. I don't know if they've got them in this DLC plus, maybe testing a Sandy Bay. Maybe that was important. I don't really know what they got going on, and maybe the stuff's just not being made for it. I don't know. I mean, maybe they're not actually making anything for mods for a console. I mean, I would find that doubtful.